Greetings, Islam, Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum, Namaste, and all the many words of peace throughout all the human family. I am Brother Faraday, and today we're going to talk about how they want your crypto. Port out scams. I was almost a victim of it, but I'm pretty secure, and they didn't get what I had. Let's talk about that. Now wait a little bit for some people to fill the room. Mo Bean, good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming out. Today's, as always, I like to bring something to do with definitely the truth, but something that has correlation with my day-to-day life. And I'm talking to everybody, all you YouTube channel influencers, people who wear crypto shirts and other things of that nature. I think we may need to heavily think about what we're doing because we're dealing with massive sums of wealth here. Seriously, and everybody is not honest. Everybody doesn't want to work for what is theirs. Some people want to take what is yours and what you've built because crime pays. So I got a story to tell. First, let me say hi to everybody. It says J Dove, David Anthony. We got The World is Crumbling. It says Emily Bond. Thank you for being here. Crypto as a side hustle. Thank you for coming. Please, if you know how to alert other people to come, please do so, because this is a very important. Video for everybody, not just XRP holders. It's for any of us who are holding crypto. Any of us who, especially even have a profile. We definitely should understand that there are people out there ready to take from us what we've built, and they're out there. I'm gonna start this story because it certainly is. It's weird, but it's the truth. Look at the screen here. We got something called port out scam. Until yesterday, I didn't know what a port out scam was. I really did not. I didn't even know what port out meant, but I found out. It says in a phone number, port out scam. It says the perpetrators hijack your mobile number by transferring it to their own carrier. First, they collect information about you online, enough to trick the phone company's representatives. Then they call your phone company, impersonate you, and request a transfer to another carrier. This is so real. Greetings. Thank you for coming out. My wife, my daughter, and I, we jumped in our truck. My wife was driving, and we went to the store. First, we went to the bank. I don't deal with the corresponding bank very often, but we were making a withdrawal and a deposit. And we decide to, the bank's teller or the little ATM or whatever the machine is outside of the bank, is located in a huge parking lot with a grocery store. So I told my wife, I said, let's go in and get something for the kids. And I said, I'll stay in the car. You go in, with my daughter. She would go in with my daughter. I can remember them in a little matching mask as they were walking off. And there was a strange car that backed up into a spot. And I noticed it because I pay attention to all of my surroundings. But this particular time, something weird happened. A phone number came in, and I didn't recognize the prefix. So I quickly looked it up on my phone, and it said Massachusetts. I'm like, I don't know anyone in Massachusetts. And they text me just all D's, like D, 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 D. And I was like, what the heck? And I just ignored it, and I went back to further just doing whatever I was doing on the phone. I was going to make a phone call or something. And then I got another text. It's just all D's. And someone can accidentally call you, and I wasn't thinking too much into it, but I'm always on alert. And as soon as I wrote back and said, who is this? My VPN alert popped up to show that it was no longer connected, and my whole phone stopped working. No matter what I did, I could not make my phone work, no matter what. My wife came back to the car with my daughter, and I said, my phone's not working. She was like, maybe it's your VPN. It kicked off. And I said, no, my VPN more than kicked off. I said, I think I just got hacked. And she was like, no, it's just in your mind. You think like that. And I said, no, something's not right. And the more I tried to make a phone call, it would just have the red button and the green. It says fail. It just did not work. I checked the what is this called? When you can call out the data in the roaming. I checked all of that. I checked to see if it was on airport mode by accident. It didn't matter. My phone just could not make a phone call or text anybody. But as I approached my home, because I live in the forest, and so as I approached my home, that's when my Wi-Fi kicked in, and then I could start to see things. But when we got into the house, my wife made a phone call because she started to recognize that, so let's call them, call 611 or whatever the number is, and we'll find out what's going on. And when we call them, they try to act nonchalant about it, and because they try to act like it's not your fault, not their fault, but they don't know what happened. Well, did you do this? My wife said, we didn't authorize this. And it was the first time I ever heard the word port out. They said, your phone's been ported out to Verizon. And, I have another carrier. And I said, my wife's in the background, she's like, that doesn't make any sense. We've had this phone number for 2 decades. Why? And it's our business line. Why would it be ported out, as you're calling it, without permission? So we didn't authorize this. The people on the phone try to play a little game with you. Are you sure? But I'm going to tell you something. They know very well what's going on. Since the rise of crypto, port out scams have become rampant. And wherever people, like when we have these channels, people watch us. And we live in a time of lacking of anonymity. And people can find out where you live. You wearing a crypto shirt, you're a target. You're wearing a crypto hat, you are a target, period. I hate to put it that way because I love, I wish I could wear the shirts too and just have fun with everybody. But we are targets. Literally, they're watching us. It's easy for someone to know where you live. It's easy for them to go online, pay a few dollars, and get your phone number. Even if you didn't give permission to the phone company, because as soon as you get a new phone, the phone company sells your data immediately. And the phone company knew what had happened to me, but they tried to pretend otherwise. So we get to today, because this happened to me yesterday. So we get to today. We call back the numbers we're supposed to call back to find out what is occurring. Yeah, by the way, they got no crypto. They got no crypto. I don't keep any crypto on my phone. But that's surely what they were after, because all that night, if you have emails attached to phone numbers, or anything attached to phone numbers, your bank accounts, all my other devices kept saying passwords have been changed. Passwords have been changed successfully. They were changing passwords. I quickly made other provisions. Like I said, I'm always security minded in the first place, so I acted very fast. And so they didn't get anything from me, but they dang sure were trying. And I do feel like it was the truck that backed in physically in front, like a couple of rolls over. In order for someone to do that, they have to be watching you. They have to know your location. They did it with a phone number. That means that just something as nonchalant as you giving your phone number out. So it's to the point now that I found out today, it's becoming rampant. So you can't even give your phone number out. These are cyber scams. These are scams all day long. You can't even give your phone number out. They did it through my phone number. You know how many times I've given out a business card with my business phone number on it? And like I said, the phone company did not want us to know. I got one lady on the phone, and it's how I spoke to her. I spoke to her from the standpoint that I'd already done some research to find out, so she had to just be upfront with me. She said, you're the classic victim. It's getting out of hand, so we're trying our best to do it from this perspective. And usually Verizon works with us, and they will transfer things over pretty fast. I have to be without a phone, making a phone call for 5 to 7 days. 5 to 7, they stole my phone number. My phone number has been stolen. Think about that. So I can't, it's like I don't have a SIM card. They literally stole my phone number, period. So no one can call me. They told me, they said, well, when we start to port back in your phone, because we got it just in time, you'll have to sit with the fraud prevention team. And they'll tell you what you need to do to further protect yourself. But I'm going to tell you what you need to do. You need to call your phone companies and make sure you heighten the security with regard to port out on your phone so that it does not happen to you. It has to happen. So, there's different levels of securities. I think that you're going to have to create a 6-digit PIN that's more complicated, and even up the levels of security even higher than that, so that only you will know how to port out your phone if that's what you're going to do. So this is important information for you all to know. I hate to have to bring this type of information by way of it having happened to me, but I'd rather tell you the truth so you can protect yourselves. No sense in other people going through this. This is just on a routine outing, sitting in the parking lot with the VPN on. It didn't matter. They literally, since they couldn't get through the VPN, they just knocked my phone off of line. And the first thing they went for was Coinbase, my bank account, and they kept on trying to, like a Stellar wallet. Kept hitting Stellar wallet with like 1 cent intervals to try to see if that would take. But I don't keep any crypto on my phone. Though sometimes your phones are attached to it just in the appearance mode where you can see what you have. They certainly were trying to get the crypto, but they did not. But no, let's put some good information out here really fast. I think today, if we can get a few more subscribers, we're going to be giving away that 888 XRP that some scoundrels didn't get, that I got to keep, that someone else is going to get transferred. Because I kept my crypto, and I tell you one thing. I'm an expert marksman. So if you physically want my crypto, I'm going to turn you into Swiss cheese. And don't run out in the distance, because I'm really good with a rifle. I hate to have to put it that way, but it is what it is. Coyotes got to eat too. It is what it is. Let's see what we got here. I'm just making sure everyone understands how serious this is. This is a serious thing. They want our crypto. Let's go over here to the FCC. .gov website. I always go to the .gov. You can see what this says. It says port out fraud targets your private accounts. What's your most important financial number? Is it your social security number? The number on your bank account? How about your mobile phone number? Man, many of us don't recognize how powerful your mobile phone number is. It's attached to everything. When Yahoo or these other mail services kind of force you to put that number in there, fail. This is going to cost you. Anything that you've ever done on your phone with the number, they're going to track to go through. They'll just get to it piece by piece by piece. It'll say successfully changed, password successfully changed. But I keep nothing in these accounts. I don't even keep anything on my physical person other than firearms. But it is what it is. Let's see what we got here. Wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, of course. But it's really strange how, like I said, when I'm speaking to the phone company people, they tried to play like they didn't know what was occurring. But this is becoming rampant. This is becoming extremely rampant. So that means that no device that you have is safe. We have to be prepared and think on a higher level. We have to think military-minded. Security is a must. Remember, we're living in a time where people are definitely becoming poor in this two-tier society. And so you're going to have some scoundrels. You're going to have gangsters from all over the planet because things are becoming global now. So you're going to have gangsters from around the world trying to get to your finance. And these are organized crime, period. Let's find out what we have here. It says, glad that your information and family are safe. Yeah, I am as well. I'm quite glad. I'm always paying attention to my surroundings and what may occur. And I'm not thinking the worst, but I do think of scenarios that could happen so that I can prevent them from happening to my family, or at least be able to pass this information on to someone else. And the lady on the phone told me, so you thought fast. So it just bothers us when something like this happens to old people who are not as skilled with technology as you. Yeah, of course. It says, damn, I didn't get a notification. It's all right, but you're here now, Marcus. You're here now. Yeah, so let's read further. It says text messages are often used by banks, businesses, and payment services to verify your identity when you request updates to your account. It says savvy scammers know that by hijacking your mobile phone number, they can assume your identity intercept security protocols sent to your phone, and gain access to your financial and social media accounts. They will gain access to your social media account and hold it hostage. How many, I never have, but how many special private region pictures have people taken? How many pictures between you and your significant other have you, whatever? They'll hold these things hostage if they can. What's your internet browser search? What are you looking at? You think someone won't try to hold these things hostage and for ransom, for finance, and blackmail you? This is a serious thing, folks. If you're out here and you are an influencer of any cryptocurrency, especially XRP, they want it. And they'll do whatever grimy crap they can to get it. And it's up to us to secure what we have so that we can keep what we've built for ourselves and our progeny. Let's go forward here. It says, porting out scam. How it's done. One way to hijack your phone number is through a porting out scam. Mobile phone numbers can legally be ported from one provider to the next when you switch your phone service. It says phone companies have established safeguards to protect this process, such as having account holders set up a PIN or a password they must provide when calling about their account. But scammers with enough of your personal information can interfere, hijacking your phone number and with it your identity. So remember what I told you. It is best for you to immediately contact your phone company and start to set up a higher level of port out security so that your phone and your identity are not taken from you. It is best for you to have some form, and I'm going to tell you another thing I learned. On your phone, especially nowadays, because they're so rampant, you're going to have to get some form of phone or fraud security insurance. It's not going to be on your home's insurance is not going to protect you. You have to have some form of fraud insurance specifically stated. No more different than in some regions, you have to have flood insurance. You know, there might be a flood that happens and everyone's saying, I'm going to call my insurance company, and they do, and their insurance company says, womp, 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 can't help you. You didn't specifically get the flood insurance, which is only sold by or issued by the state. That's a specific thing. So you have to specifically do this. That means everybody. Because just because there's no crypto on your phone doesn't mean they can't access the off-ramp, which is your bank account and other things of that nature, or which is your on-ramp. Period. Let's see what we have here. It says, how's it, brother? I'm well and good. Dark Side Music 13. It says, Ghost Rider, these scammers just don't stop. No, they don't stop. Excuse me. It says, gotta sleep. Catch y'all in the next one. Bless. Good night to you, brother. It says, I need anti-douchebag insurance. Sounds like it, yeah. But this is what I want to run by you all. I'm going to read further. It says, how to protect yourself. It says, be proactive. If you don't already have a PIN or a password to verify your identity when calling about your account, contact your phone company and ask about adding one. Stay vigilant. Forgive me. It says enable both email and text notifications for financial and other important accounts. If you receive notice that changes to your account have been made without your knowledge, contact the business holding that account immediately to let them know that you didn't authorize a change. Don't respond. If someone calls or texts you and asks for personal information, do not provide it. If the caller claims to be from a business you are familiar with, hang up and call the business using a number you trust. I'm going to say this. I didn't answer the phone and talk to them. I just said, who is this? Something just that simple. I literally, when it went DDDDD, I literally just said, who is this? And as soon as I did that, that VPN, being shut off popped up, and that was it. So I hope that I brought some powerful information. You can find this about poured out fraud at the Federal Communications Commission. They'll give you information on that. You can find information just by doing a Google search. And I also suggest that many of us look into other type of phones that may be, for your privacy. Learn about different phones like Linux phones and different things which can protect you. See what we have here. It says even everybody. Yeah, you just have to tighten up. And I know that I keep everything. I'm a security-driven person, but we just live in a technical age where a hacker is always trying to one-up. And it's just that simple. So that means that you could just be walking in the store. Like I keep my VPN on. It's just something that runs. So obviously they found their way around something of that nature. Though I still would use one, I would just ramp up my internet security and my phone security on a whole nother level. And like I said, even look into getting some type of phone that may provide a higher level of anonymity. And even when you're out and about, something that sometimes you just may need a phone that just only makes phone calls, like an old BlackBerry, just for making phone calls. Something that's very important to you, not having to deal with any crypto or text messages sometimes. It's sad, but it's the truth, especially when we know that we are the new 1%. That's without question or doubt, because it's almost time. They're letting you know that it's almost time by the ramp up. Like I said, the lady on the phone, when I start speaking of it from this perspective, as in having read about it, she just became forthcoming with me, and she said that it's getting out of control. That means that it's happening everywhere, and they're trying to cover it up. Because think about that. Everyone is giving out their phone number to just, men giving out their phone number to women, and vice versa. That's a scary thing. Hello. Sorry, I'm late. It says, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. Okay, there we go. All right, here's what I ask of you. Let's see what we got here. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call my daughter in here, and I'm gonna let her, she doesn't know anything about who is who, and I'm just gonna let her choose. Let's see what we got here. Let me see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. It's almost there. It's 995. We're not there yet. We're almost there. We're getting close. If we can get it up today, we'll give it out today. So if anyone knows anyone that you can go get to subscribe, please do so. Because like I said, we're going to give it out regardless of the fact. I'm excited about this. That's all right. It's almost time. Sergio. Let me see what we have here. Yeah, it's coming. No, you're not too late. Well, here's what I'll do. I'm going to end this live here. And later today, it should go up to the number of subscribers, and we'll come back and we'll give away the XRP. Thank everybody. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. If you need any XRP, visit nodeonboarding.io and use their swap. Please use any vetted links in the descriptions of any of my videos. And if you haven't watched all my videos, please do so. I'd like to get my watch hours up. Thank you for everything. Do have a pleasant day. And we will be giving out the 888 XRP very soon. Peace to all the human family.